by virtues of the powers vested in me as the Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa, I constitute this a gathering of the congregation of Unisa. Ladies and gentlemen, before we commence our graduations, we request you in silence to give thanks to the event and the graduations this afternoon. May I request for these prayers, affirmations, and thoughts that we just in silence. Thank you. I request the procession and for you, the audience, to be seated. Thank you. Lochan. Lochan. Sanbonan. Ninjan. Ngiyabonga. Dumelang. No, I wouldn't say nda. I'm not a man. Dumachelon. Dumelang. Assalamu alaikum. Ni hao. Good afternoon. Khatsong. Good afternoon. I'm not hearing you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, now we're here to celebrate, and I'm very appreciative of your presence, your excitement about the graduations, this important aspect that we consider a sacred event for any university. And as a university, we are quite proud to have you amongst us in celebration of this important pursuit that many of you would have gone through, and with diligence, vigilance, and sometimes going through the most difficult of challenges, and yet you're here this afternoon to celebrate the path that you have traversed as our students who are graduating this afternoon. Good afternoon to you, the graduates. Are you happy? Okay, then we are going to work well. Let me take this opportunity to recognize the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, His Excellency President Beki, who's participating in these graduations virtually. Let me recognize the Chairperson of Council of the University of South Africa and all members of Council that are in attendance in person, but also virtually, Dr. Diao Musia and members of the Council. Let me also recognize the presence of the executive management of the University of South Africa, represented by the Registrar, Professor Muluko Siputa, and all members of extended management, especially represented by the colleges of the University of South Africa. But we cannot be in this region and acknowledge all of us who are located in many other regions of the University of South Africa without acknowledging our host, the Regional Director, Dr. LP Molepo. I think he deserves a round of applause. No, I'm not hearing you. Are you not happy with the place where you're having your graduations? Yes. I think regional directors deserve to be acknowledged when they've made your own events beautiful and with dignity. And therefore, thank you very much, Dr. Molepo. And of course, you would not have finished your studies if there were no leaders in the intellectual and scientific or academic agenda of the University of South Africa without the deans or their representatives, because these are the brain trusts of our university, the people who have been trained, who have been given the opportunities to be 1% of the brain trust of the smartest people in our society, whose role is to ensure that they resource the publics as they do the private sector, civil society, South Africa, the African continent, and the world. Let me recognize the executive management, college representatives, Professor Baloyi, College of Graduate Studies, College of Law, represented by Dr. Esndlazi, College of Human Sciences, Professor, the Deputy Dean, Professor Mashau, the Deputy Executive Dean, College of Economic and Management Sciences, Dr. Maschaba, the Acting Executive Dean, Dr. and her delegation, College of Science, Engineering and Technology, represented by Professor M. Legala, college representatives and others who are here. I'm told that is with Professor Nkambule, College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, represented by Professor S.L. Libelo, the Director of the School of Agriculture and Life Sciences, College of Education, I saw the Dean, Executive Dean, Professor M.E. Makwe, and all the delegation. College of Accounting Sciences is represented by the Deputy Executive Dean, Professor T.C. Mudisane, and all the delegation. The Graduate School of Business Leadership, Professor D. Dagada, and the TM School, also represented by colleges here. Let me acknowledge all other colleagues who are here, including Professor Makwe, who will be delivering the Chancellor speech. You're welcome to the University of South Africa, the University of Leaders, the university committed to shaping futures, including yourselves, colleagues, who will be walking this stage in celebration of your accomplishments. Welcome. You feel welcome. Thank you very much. Secondly, why are we saying Unisa is a university of leaders? We're not making a claim that we cannot substantiate. If you look around in South Africa, in the region, in the SADC region, in the global arena, South Africans who are leading, majority of them are trained in this beautiful, august university that is the progenitor of higher education in South Africa, but in particular, distance education. And therefore, we are proud because even as we celebrate 31 years of democracy, we know that the 3 democratic leaders of this country were trained by the University of South Africa. If you think about His Excellency Nelson Mandela, you should know that he graduated from this university. I'm not going to start we will take our certificates. No, colleagues, in the month where we are celebrating youth, in a country that never had the opportunities for us all to vote, it is irresponsible for us not to acknowledge the liberation heroes that made this education that you're here for, you who are graduating, made these possibilities, and we pretend they're just normal, ordinary people. Colleagues, President Nelson Mandela is a graduate of the University of South Africa. If we don't appreciate our history, if we are a Unisa student, then we are not proud of that. President Thabo Mbeki, the Chancellor of this university, is a graduate of Unisa. Equally, the current president of the country, President Ramaphosa, is a graduate of Unisa. But it is not just these presidents who have graduated from Unisa. It is also the Prime Minister of Namibia, the former Prime Minister of Namibia, is the former President of Haiti, the Republic of Haiti, President John Aristide. It is many leaders in our country and in the world that would have gone on to study through Unisa. But we don't just have presidents, we also have opposition political party leaders because We create diverse knowledges, world horizons that are different. If you think about Musi Maimane, he's a former graduate of this university. Sello Malema is a graduate of this university. Stijn Hazen is a student of this university. So as a university, we are not partisan, but we create leaders who will then ensure that the country, the continent, and knowledge is at the center of changing. And therefore, I'd like you as the students and the graduate of Unisa to understand that by graduating from this august institution, you have models of leaders that you should follow, who are great, great leaders, who have gone to change not only countries, but continents, multilateral institutions, ideas about how to improve the economy, and ideas around how to transform society and create an equitable systems in order that all of us, our dignity is respected. And therefore, you don't have a choice if you're a graduate of Unisa. The only choice is to be a leader, and an ethical leader in the area that we would have taught you. So congratulations to you for really following on your dreams and being the students of Unisa, understanding the responsibility that Unisa has in the global arena. Congratulations. Finally, I just have to share with you a few insights about Unisa, at least in the recent past, which are quite important for you as Unisa students to be appreciative of, because they position this university in the best stead in order to ensure that your credentials are important. We didn't just put the Invigilator app or other system. I thought you'd complain. I know some of you struggled, you tried to weave your way, we still found you, and then you realized that it's important to write with integrity. Isn't it the case? Yes, and now you know that your degree is really your degree. Yeah? You've worked hard for it, you've succeeded in it. So let me give you a few insights about the progress that this university is making, that we as students, academicians, professional staff, administrative staff, and the alumni of the university must be proud of, because it's important that your institutions are growing. Just this week in Council, the Finance Committee declared that our external accounting firm has stated and submitted to the Auditor General, as well as the Department of Higher Education, that we have received an unqualified audit. Oh, you don't know what an unqualified audit? A qualified one is dangerous. It means you're not managing your systems. An unqualified one means you are putting controls, systems, mechanisms to ensure that your financial accountability is in good stead. We would have wanted a clean audit. That's what we aspire for. But we're quite appreciative that we have an unqualified audit. I'm not going to sit without you applauding. The second aspect that I thought is very important for you, especially you who are teachers, who we expect to stay for the full duration of their graduations, because sometimes you don't. I don't know what's up with teachers. I'm one, but I don't know what's up with you on these aspects. University of South Africa produces at least 51% of teachers in the public schools and private schools in our country and outside our country. I think we deserve a round of applause. Equally important, we produce 30% of the accountants in our country. We are the leading university in law with the largest numbers of lawyers, magistrates, judges that have been produced by our university, including the former 2 Chief Justices, Mogoeng, as well as Justice Zondo. They are the graduates of this university. Equally important, ladies and gentlemen, it is the progress that these academicians, these leaders who are here in the stage would have worked collectively to ensuring that our university improves not only in the quality of you who are graduating in this university, but also in this research. In these graduation seasons, these ones that you are in, the winter ones, we're going to be graduating 48,000 students. Colleagues, Wits University has 37,000 students. Mpumalanga here has 15,000 students. To graduate 48,000 is not a child's play. It means the academics at Unisa are putting hands on deck to ensure that this country has the best trained and the best researchers in our country to contribute to the economy. And I'm quite not happy that I currently hesitant. So let us celebrate. Can I request a round of applause? Finally, colleagues, the Department of Higher Education in our country, when we submit our research outputs, recognizes the University of South Africa as amongst the top research-intensive universities in the country. This is despite of the fact that in the statutory requirements of the country, we're not seen as a research-intensive university. But we have intentionally decided to be research-intensive because we want to be globally relevant, locally and contextually grounded. We want you to have the opportunities anywhere in the world, not just in South Africa. And therefore, we are quite proud that whereas in the past we were amongst 10 to 12 or to 16, in this instance in 2025, we are top 6 in the country. Our aspiration, colleagues, is by next year to be top 5 in our research, in our teaching, in the quality of students that we produce, in our global impact, but also in the quality of participation that you who graduate from this important university will lead in your lives. And therefore, if you don't find employment, you must create employment. We've given you the critical skills that set you apart from everyone. We've taught you how to self-study, how to manage your time by yourselves, but sometimes in partnership with us. We've given you the digital tools and the ability to work on digital processes that many students may not have had the opportunities. So the sky is no longer the limit. It is something that you, colleagues, who are graduating can have access to at any point because it's a horizon of research. Welcome to Unisa. Welcome to the home of leadership. Let's enjoy the graduations. Let's give each other a chance. Even if you are celebrating your family member, be attentive to the fact that the next person would also, 50 years later, want to see themselves in the recordings of the University of South Africa. Secondly, please put your phones on, trend on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Viber, and anything, because it's a celebratory moment. But please put your volume off, because we are recording. We don't want to be part of your conversation, but we recognize that it's important. Also because as the university, we have taught you to participate in the economy through digital systems. And therefore, if you're managing a business, as you are also attending the graduation through digital systems, we think that's good for the economy, and therefore you should proceed with it. And therefore, finally, colleagues, we request for our graduations to have dignity, for the ululations to be ululations, not wee, Let's emulate the way we do as Africans. Let's applaud with dignity. Let's ensure that our graduations are beautiful because they're a historical landmark, a beautiful memento of the beautiful journey and accomplishments that our graduates are celebrating. Thank you. Enjoy the graduations. Colleagues, I have told you that the Chancellor of the University of South Africa is His Excellency President Mbeki. I request, therefore, Professor Makwe, who is the Dean of the College of Education, to read the Chancellor's speech and as a representative of this important leader. Professor Makwe, you are welcome to the lectern. Thank you.
Sanbonani? Sanbonani Mpumalanga? Lochani? Tumelang? Khotsong? Vice Chancellor, my colleagues on the podium, parents, wives and husbands, partners, sons and daughters, all of you are here because something special is happening in your families. Because today, you want to witness this special day in the life of one of your loved one. This is your dream too, and thank you for supporting these graduates, the people who will be receiving their diplomas. You did well. You prayed for them, you gave them soup. Sometimes when we were mean to them, they came to you and complained, and you kept on saying, keep on going. Thank you for being here. To graduates, when you step on stage, please remember to look at the cameras that are right there. Say there. Look at those cameras and give your best smile. Remember, this picture, they take the picture here. This picture is going to your grandmother's house and your uncle's house and everywhere. So make sure that this day is captured the way it should be captured. You have dolled yourself up for this day. Make sure that you look better in the pictures. Now, it gives me great pleasure to present the Chancellor and present this address on his behalf, His Excellency President Thabo Mbeki, who is also very proud of this day today, because he knows that as you walk across this threshold, as you come here, and some of you will be walking across for the second, third, and fourth time for the ones in red gowns. Unfortunately, today we don't have the red gowns. We all know that the journey has not been easy. There had been a lot of tears on the road. Sometimes we felt like giving up. In some instances, the whole thing was not worth it. But your parents, your partners, they were standing there by your side, making sure that you are continuing. And we also asked you to read and reread and resubmit, and also with the Invigilator app, you know that big owl that looks at you and you don't even know what to do. I can see how it harassed you. But it was important, as the BC had said, that it is important for the integrity of the university. But when all is said and done, when the dust has settled and you had received your results, it is this minute that sealed it all. So, newly graduates, you are one of the millions of people who walked across this red carpet. You are not the first, but there were those that were the first female to receive a degree at the University of Cape of Good Hope, which later became the University of South Africa. She obtained that degree in 1886. The first black woman to receive a degree at this university received it in 1927. I'm mentioning this because some of you are the first in your homes, in your families, in your communities, in your street, and in your township. Some of you are the first who actually received this qualification while in their prison cell. In more than 150 years of this university's existence, it opened its doors wide and open for all the firsts, including some of you who are gathered here today. By opening these doors, it enabled people, irrespective of who they are, to walk in these buildings, and in these days of technology, to press a button and you are ushered right into the university space. My Unisa, your digital world. And I hope for those who are doing their degrees and diplomas, this should not be the end. It's just the beginning. For those who are doing their masters and the honors, they should go and further their studies. In this digital world, we were the only university that opened it, that made sure that all of you are digitally enabled and are digitally active, even during COVID, when those universities that we call shining stars couldn't even teach anyone. We were here, and some of you had gone through this process because you were Unisa students. This university, it's a higher education that gives people hope in the world of hopelessness. The social justice mandate of this university is to ensure that no one is left behind. Social justice is at the core of the mission of this university. It's the reason this university exists. It ensures that individuals, irrespective of who they are treated with respect and have equal access to opportunities. We hope that these social justice principles are inculcated in you as the living proof of who we are as the university. Central to the principles of a social just society is respect for civil, economic, political, and cultural rights of individuals. And this is to ensure that every individual has access to opportunities. We believe that as Unisans who are graduating today, you have embraced these principles of a socially just society. We live in a broken world, we know. We live in a world that needs people who can bring back humanity, who can ensure that we are socially just, who have been exposed to what it means to touch your community with what you have learned from here to contribute to a socially just society. We've given you these degrees that when you get to the communities, you become the change that those communities expect from you. The same way as this university, iye yakususa la, yakubeka la, yakususa la, yakubeka le. So we expect you to susa that community of yours, where you are the first, from here to here and from here to there. And because we are confident that you have the potential to do that, we expect you to be able to make it your business to build a socially just society. And it starts with your vision, what you aspire for. If you don't like what you are seeing today, make a difference. If you don't like what you are seeing today, do it differently. You'll be entering a highly volatile, highly digital work environment where you are expected to be agile, where you are expected to be innovative, and where you are expected to be resourceful. If the work environment if you can't get into a place of work, you need to create a place of work for you and your community. Those of you, I will be amiss if I don't talk to my teachers. Those of you who will be teachers will be teaching you will be teaching highly digital children who don't even know how to socialize, let alone listen to instructions. They don't know how to play. So it's up to you to teach them what play means, what socializing means. You have a big challenge in your hands. And yet, we have prepared you. We are confident that we have prepared you, that this challenge that is facing you like a raging elephant, that is coming fast and angry. We are dealing with robots now. Can we fight robots? Of course, yes. We are dealing with AI. Can we fight it? Of course, yes. But the only way to respond to these things is not to run away from using AI. It's not to run away from robots. We need to be able to stand firm, know who we are, because robots don't have emotions. Robots are not humans. And we can give the humans, we can change the trajectory of who a human being should become. As we send you out into the world, remember that you were provided an opportunity of being the person that you have become, and do the same to the next person. Don't look down at anyone. Don't do that. The only time that you will look down at someone is when you reach out to them, hold their hand, and lift them up so that they can be a change that you have become. Go out into the world and be the future that South Africa wants. Be the future that Africa wants. It starts with you. We have done all that we can, but at the end, it starts with you. Congratulations.
Let me take this opportunity to thank Professor Makwe. I know colleagues, some of your colleagues are late. Your students are outside. Can I request you allow them quickly? And colleagues, there's no time. They should just 2 minutes and must be sitting, because we train them to be on time, to respect time, to value time, and therefore we cannot now lose because they did not follow those important principles. Colleagues, no, just take them to sit. They'll sort themselves as they're graduating. They're late. Colleagues, when I started here, I said the value of education is to teach us responsibility, integrity, dignity, and to respect ourselves as individuals. And Professor Makwe reiterates that aspect, reminding us that as educated citizens, we must be responsible, we must respect our families, our society, and we must make education meaningful. So I would like you to give Professor Makwe a round of applause for the wisdom that she has shared with us. Colleagues who are late, we would like our graduations to still be with dignity. Let me ask graduation office, you'll sort them out when they come to graduate here. At this point, can I request that colleagues are seated? Graduation team, did you hear me? Yes. Let's try to work with dignity. If you're in Unisa staff somewhere, look at how you can assist. Unisa staff who are sitting with the audience, please look at how you can assist. Colleagues, we have 2 minutes. Colleagues, because you're late, can you move fast and respect those who came on time? Let's move fast. It's not kind. is our media people? Are we done, colleagues? Thank you very much. Perhaps to the loved ones, I can only say we're not proud that our own students are late for their graduations. This is the only time they're graduating in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years. And therefore, colleagues who are late, you're embarrassing us. This is not what we taught you. We taught you to be responsible citizens. Some of you wasted your time on hair, nails, and whatever. For the most important event, which is to celebrate the hard work that you would have invested in. So if you did not respect yourself, at least respect the University of South Africa. At least respect your parents, respect our society. Many of you complain on social media that the government is not doing this, the people are not doing this, Unisa is not doing this, the business people are not doing this. How will they do it when you, the educated ones, don't respect yourselves, don't respect time, don't respect the institutions that serve you? So I want to finish by saying, Professor Mpine Makwe, the dean of your college, especially you education students, was saying to us in this hall, the value of education, it is not to make us separate from our society, but it is to make us to take advantage of the investments that the taxes of majority poor would have been made for this quality education to being available for many of us. And she said, especially to you, the teachers, if you want this country to succeed, the teacher must be the first site of excellence. And excellence means respecting your time, respecting others, understanding this philosophical imperative of Ubuntu, that we succeed when we are inextricably entwined, that when we value time, when we respect one another, when we respect the roles that we play in society, this country of ours will not be the country that is accused of being the country with the most poor people in the world. People are poor because we are not taking responsibility to being partners, to shaping and working by doing the things that you have just done. I'm not proud of you, and I wish you could have just extended an apology to your loved ones and to the university academics that have been waiting here for a very long time. Colleagues, it is my role, and if you're irritated that I'm reminding our students about their responsibilities, you'll forgive me. Because in their study materials, in their research work that we send them to do, in the internship systems that they do, we remind them of these important principles. Academics in our country, the professionals and others require to feel proud that they've trained people who will go on to represent our society well. And therefore, please forgive me for my passion to reminding our students their innate call to be responsible citizens. So thank you very much. Colleagues, I appreciate the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, before we confer the degrees and diplomas on the candidates on the book, may I request you to follow a few of these requests. One, we request for our graduations to be dignified. They are recorded, colleagues. Sometimes they will project on you. If you're using a toothpick, they might have you the whole time for 50 years with a toothpick. If you're eating, chewing gum with a mouth open, I'm just alerting you to some of the times when the camera is on you. Please be aware that we are recording the graduation. Second, we request for the graduations to be beautiful, for all of us to celebrate. Please applaud, please ululate, but give the next person a chance. We're in Africa, we're not in another continent, but as we do so, as we celebrate, we do it that we recognize all. Finally, I've requested that we switch our volumes on, even if we have our phones on. Finally, the colleagues here, almost all of them in front are wearing specs. They cannot see well. Please, colleagues, don't put the light on them. It's because they read a lot. They do a lot of research. They're on the computer 23 hours of 24 hours, so I understand. Please, colleagues, don't put when you're taking pictures, when you're taking the videos of your loved ones, can you avoid is it the torch or the light, the flash? When you flash in their eyes, it creates chaos for us, and you know, occupational health issues are quite important. With these colleagues, we're ready to confer our degrees, and I'm hopeful that we will enjoy the graduations. By the virtues of the powers entrusted to me as the Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of Unisa on the candidates whose names appear in the program. I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Master of Science. Bongile Takona Dlamini.
Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, Tswarelo Malumane receives the degree of Bachelor of Science, Engineering and Technology Honours.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, Sipesihle Nombulelo Kumalo received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours. Selma Mutlatso Muhlabase Maile. Siyabonga Cresswell Mbombela.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Rulani Belinda Ngoveni. Amity Preti Nkosi. Ntombienhle Ntombifuthi Shiva.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Honours Bachelor of Education. Taelo Mukwena. Bonisiwe Frida Nkosi.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Shireen Make. Loud. Come loud. PG Deep EDU, diploma obtained with distinction. Thank you. Okay. All right. Right. Shireen Make is receiving 2 qualifications, BCom Honours and also the PG Deep EDU, diploma obtained with distinction. Thank you. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Lebohang Kondri Matsia. Musa Wenkosi George Mkonza. Aidam Balenhle Nyoni. Madam Vice Chancellor, Jabulo Samuel Tobela receives the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Thank you. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Tandega Engel Maposa. Stembiso Mulosha. Big Boy Vusi Ngwenyama. Simon Silwane.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received degree of Bachelor of Accounting Sciences. Madam Vice Chancellor, Fatima Iqbal obtained degree with distinction. Bridget Janssen. Tembumuzi Mac Mabuza. Derek Mshosho Madonsela. Spiwe Sbongile Makamu. Nokolo Shoki Mhlongo.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Sebenzile Lynette Makagula. Michelle Marule. Henry Njabulo Mkwanazi. Madam Vice Chancellor, Nomzamo Innocentia Mlambo receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts. The degree was obtained with distinction.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Sipho Aaron Koza. Petas Sibuyi. Jennifer Helen Kruger.
Gerard Louis Mage. Madam Vice Chancellor, Siposetu Otilia Mgluli received the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Kaya Makamu. Pumelelo Jerusa Mujalefa. Marie-Louise Maybeck.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. Rosemary Chauke. Carol Danisile Langa, degree obtained with distinction. Nobile Confidence Lekuleni. Desire Hopewell Mhlanga. Ntongolozi Bosisiwe Sidu. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Michelle Mhlanga. Nomfundo Petunia Sam. Noctula Sylvia Shabangu. Tembinkosi Tawan Sibui. Mildred Mafinhleni Zita. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Nursing Science. Nonhlanhla Joyce Madonsel. Madelina Meleyan. Cindy Nis. Veli Nis. Nomankosi Lili Mkwena. Go. Pumzile Sarah Nkuna. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Palesa Ingrid Magagula. Thabisile Nokulunga Magagula. Nokolo Laurentia Malaza. Tulani Mashile. Pumla Simpiwe Mkomanzi. Ronald Mabone Sibui. Tabiso Makubalo Sitole. Lydia Matlakwane. Jeremiah Mchavi. Sfiso Mdluli. Dumisani Robert Nkabinde. Kulufelo Maite Ramalepe.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Aisha Nobile Janeth Ahmed. Marines Kubai. Wait. Look at the camera, yes. Zintle Sandra Dlamini. Nokuthula Rebecca Duba. Nomathemba Fulani. Keden Gumede. Innocentia Nkosi Ngiphile Hlatshwayo. Innocentia Sinhle Hlatshwayo. Miracle Sibongile Hlatshwayo. Patience Hlongwane. Nompumelelo Angel Hlophe. Vutivi Valerie Khoza. Nokuthula Khoni Khoza. Thandiwe Precious Khoza. Comfort Lishabani. Joyce Pretty Labate, degree obtained with distinction. Princess Lubisi, Lindoguhle Precious Mabaso, Nomukelo Nicolate Mabilo, Angel Pumzile Mabunda, Bridget Nosipe Sihle Mabuza, Olani Makwakwa, Timani Pemla Mahlakwani, Khaurelo Mahlaku, Tembisile Angel Mahlalela, Sindiswa Nombuso Mbali Makabani, degree obtained with distinction. Ntombi futhi Brenda Makhetha, Leona Makubedu, Emmanuel Makufani, Mali Malan, Priti Shivutiso Maluleke, Nokwazi Poshia Mandlazi, Zelda Zanele Manzini, Yvonne Maridze, Nozipho Kabonina Masego, Tabisile Mashile, Nompumelelo Perseverance Masina, Sifiso Siyabonga Mataba, Fumani Charity Matebula, Tuli Mawetu Matebula, Dineo Harith Matani, Nonhlanhla Mavuso, Metoguhle Gladness Mazia. Neo Karen Mdluli, degree obtained with distinction. Tembelihle Millicent Metiso, degree obtained with distinction. Sipiwe Elaine Mahlabani. Kwanele Mhlanga. Valentine Mkansi. Nomncebo Wendy Mkalipi. Pesim Tumiseni Mkonto. Manyake Sophie Mkwanazi. Sibusiso Busi Mlambo. Bonsiwe Grace Mlangeni. Mfundo Sakwati Mnisi. Nobuhle Promise Mnisi. Kemisetso Mukhane. Tabiso Mukhane. Mogoshadi Winnie Muhlala. Clement Mukwena. Gladys Mukwena. Kididimetsi Defnia Mukwena. Tibato Angel Mukwena. Mukhau Michelle Muloto. Kebile Linet Msibi. Okay, good. Tulisile Busisiwe Msimango. Tobile Imeldina Ndlela, degree obtained with distinction. Hlengiwe Ndlovu. Lucy Ndlovu. Shepherd Ndlovu. Phethile Nondumiso Ndumo. Delisile Yvonne Ngobo. Sani Murekweni Ngele. Bonginhlanhla Greni Ngobe, degree obtained with distinction. Noxolo Virginia Ngwenya. Andile Sanele Nhlabathi. Lindiwe Caroline Nhlapo. Noxolo Njoni, degree obtained with distinction. Gift Nontokozo Nkambule. Nothando Precious Nkambule. Tabile Jessica Nkensani. Nothando Precious Nkosi, degree obtained with distinction. Silindile Sharon Nkosi. Nkululeko Petunia Nkuna. Tricia Figile Nkuna. Masesi Nkwamba. Silence Nobela. Ketukutula Adelaide Ntimba. Marakhaneng Maina Ntwampe. Gift Ntembo Ngumalo. Helen Muranziwana Nyakani, degree obtained with distinction. Mashibihle Maureen Pasha. Nova Sambo. Nomakhuwa Sambo. Peace Thokozani Sambo. Gloriken Spumelele Sandlini. Samantha Schofield. Duduzile Fortunate Cylinder. Welcome Nhlanhla Shabalala. Hlangiwe Shabangu. Sabelo Amos Shabangu. Sibongile Shabangu. Sindisiwe Ndala Shekwa. Bongekile Sanele Shongwe. Nokwanda Shongwe. Tembiso Surprise Shongwe. Vuyisile Faith Bridget Shongwe. Fisiwe Messi Sibiya. Nontokozo Tembelihle Sibiya. Trivia Sibiya. Zenzile Zelda Sibiya. Nonhlanhla, God knows Sibulela. Nhlanhla ne? Nhlanhla, God knows Sibulela. Nonhlanhla Cynthia Sifunza. You see it? Jafta Silinza. Ketani Sitagu. Tondile Pamela Soko. Lucky Mkulego Sono. Kaugelo Dorothy Tifo. Samantha Vuma. Linda Lee Warren. Lovejoy Thokozani Buthelezi. Ansunai De Bruyne. Miranda Mans. Gugu Precious Mapanga. Lina Lasta Mashaba. Nokwanda Len Mashele. Mafunwa Masindi. Ketukutula Prudence Sambo. Mvolisi Appearance Tibela. Nati Enes Lamini. Sindisiwe Kumete. Sizakele Tobile Kwamba. Mashudu Pel Makhoshi. Monica Fancy Mbowani. Ngobile Philadelphia Nkosi. Dion Rosli. Madipofe Precious Shai. Petunia Gloria Bongiwe Shongwe. Figile Gladness Koza. Prudence Mabunda. Ntsako Riranzu Mkabela. Tumisa Nkosi. Jabulile Ntimane. Lungile Gracia Michelle Nyamba. Pumlile Ruth Sibia. Kedusizi Mutasi Sindane. Kedusizi Mutasi Sindane. Nicholas Petrus Jansen van Rensburg.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Pendile Sophie Pangela. Prudent Sekhobela.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the postgraduate diploma in accounting sciences. Kayelihle Duma. Welcome George Mabuza. Simiso Africa Mamba. Monica Tumiso Mashuba. Gugu Hazel Mbazima. Ntombikayise Thabile Mhlanga. Renilwe Geraldina Mugane. Portia Nokukhanya Motukisi. Mpo Precious Pohu. Andile Sabelo Ndalama Shalembe.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Refilwe Fetani. Irene Lerato Mashego. Madam Vice Chancellor, Mahlatsi Mashiru obtained the diploma with a distinction.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Matabo Hope Silowe received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the postgraduate diploma in the Graduate School of Business Leadership. Nontetselelo Queen Chester. Look at the camera. Nobile Monica Lukele. Bongiwe Shirley Nkosi. Look at the camera. Sindile Tobela.
Good, how are you?
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Jonathan Dean Bielefeld. Kondile Makakula. Millennium Hlabeng Makhoga. Sibala Palisa Malepe. Kanyisile Promise Masina. Port Ladies. Port Ladies Masina. Nomthandazo Bianca Mlombo. Nothando Vidamnisi. Mbali Prudence Msibi receives the diploma with distinction. Kensani Mtombeni also obtains the diploma with distinction. Nobulunga Gladness Ntimane. Nompumelelo Bongiwe Mtimba. Felicia Ntlamolo Tibane.
Francina Ukweyo. Nompumelelo Zitha.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Beauty Cynthia Ndlovu.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Cloud Machibe. Tlabetlo Silas Manzini. Eugene Khamugelo Mashiro. Asanda Priscilla Nkosi. Shirin Figile Nkosi. Tsepo Regan Shongwe. Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor Paulina Sisi Makubele receives the National Diploma.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Law. Daphne Mashiro. Thokozelwa Primrose Sibiya.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Ceci Portia Bia. Kotlelele Truly Mabane. Goodness Busisiwe Maseko. Nomthandazo Mashile. Cindy Nontokozo Mavimbela. Johanna Mianga. Nontando Shabangu. Funeka Dina Sibia, diploma obtained with distinction.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the diploma in the College of Education. Tolakele Magongo. Nompumelelo Utrisha Masoka, diploma obtained with distinction. Nontokozo Yvonne Mkawele, diploma obtained with distinction.
Please don't close the door. Allow the graduates to come. It's their day. I'm sure if you're one of those who was going, whoo, you'll have a little bit of time to sigh, to be in silence, just to make sense of this beauty that you've witnessed this afternoon. Eh? Please tell them to fly, not run. Are we done? Is that the last? Is that the last? Okay. Thank you, thank you. Colleagues, as they sit, I would like us to have a moment of silence in affirmation of the accomplishments that our graduates would have had this afternoon. Thank you. I'd like to invite you that this is the time for ululations, for the applause, for Mudidiye Tsane, for the congratulations applause to our graduates, that which you left home this morning to come and witness. Can I request the diploma graduates to stand up? The diploma graduates, please stand up. Can I request you to give them a round of applause? Thank you. Colleagues, now that you have completed your diplomas, you know that at Unisa we say, there's still the next step. And therefore we encourage you to register for your degree because you've tasted the beauty of education and you know what it's going to do for your life. Congratulations, you may be seated. Can I request those who are graduating with their degrees and honors and postgraduate diplomas to stand up? No. Loved ones, no. Colleagues, they know that, colleagues, they know that to pass at Unisa, you must read the instructions. Sometimes in the exam, they fail because we say, do not answer any questions. And those who do not read the instructions then write, and then they fail. So let us work with that, yeah? Colleagues who are graduating with your degrees, honors, and postgraduate diplomas, would like to congratulate you. You've done us proud and your families. And as we said to the diplomats, your degree, your honors, and postgraduate diploma invites you to the next level, which is your master's degree. And therefore, the second semester registration is open. I look forward to your registrations, and my colleagues here are happy to help you deepen your research and your contribution to society. Congratulations. You may be seated. Thank you. And then let me ask those who are graduating this afternoon with their masters. They say a master's is the penultimate national qualification level. After it, it's a doctor, you know. So let me request the master's graduates to stand up. And you, family and loved ones, if you have been looking and analyzing, you'll tell me the answer. The one who's able to give me the right answer, as they say at Unisa, you'll gain a book. So the master's graduates, may you please stand up. Those who are graduating with the master's degree, they came here, they stood up. Yes, where is she? She's left. We only have one candidate who this evening or this afternoon was graduating with their masters. So you can see, family, what I mean. We cannot just be at entry level and intermediate level. It is our obligation to ensure that you who are graduating this afternoon take seriously the pursuance of education beyond what you have accomplished this afternoon. We are grateful for what you have done, but our society requires graduates with masters and with doctoral degrees so that they can do the complex work that our country requires. I'd like you to stand up again, all of you who are graduating, to look towards your parents, your loved ones. Somebody said, that's my wife. That's my son. That's my daughter. And that came from a place of pride and thankfulness or gratitude. So I'd like you, our graduates, to stand, show them the certificates that you came here to do. Can you stand up and show your loved ones? The colleagues here are saying you're showing your parents the scrolls that hide the certificates instead of showing them the certificates. Thank you. So thank you very much. I appreciate. You may be seated. I think, colleagues, graduations, as we have said, are very important events where we celebrate the journeys of our students, the graduates, but also the academics, professional staff, the cleaner at Unisa, the protection services staff, the academic, the laboratory assistant, counseling services, the dean of student affairs and others who constantly knock the doors of your students through contact or virtual means to reminding them of their obligations to doing their studies. And at this point when we celebrate them, on behalf of these communities, the epistemic communities of Unisa, we collectively express our gratitude for taking seriously the invitation by His Excellency President Mandela, where he says education has a utilitarian value. Education enables a child of a farmer to be a farm owner, a child of a miner to be a leader of industry, or even a country, or even multilateral societies. And therefore, your academic achievements represent your tenacity to succeed. Similarly, the support you have received from your community, your families, your loved ones, some of whom are here, some who may not have been here because perhaps they may not have transport money or petrol to come, but they agreed to watch you on virtual systems. We know our country, we know the challenges and the opportunities, and we are always grateful that even in spite of those challenges, we value education and you value education. Your alma mater, the University of South Africa, has concluded 152 years of its existence in providing higher education in the country, in the continent, and in the world. As it is, we're the only university in the country with 26 campuses across the country, as well as campuses in Ethiopia, presence in Eritrea, the United States, the United Kingdom, and elsewhere. For us as a university, therefore, we want to encourage you as our graduates, never only to look for opportunities in South Africa. As I said earlier, the sky is no longer the limit, it's the horizon of research. And therefore it means for you, the world is a theater for you to vacillate and dance in the pursuit of opportunities as you also excel through the education that you would have garnered for yourself at Unisa. Finally, I want to quote again President Mandela when he says, education is the great engine of development, because without education, a lot of times we struggle. Even if you do well in business, the accountant may steal your money. Or, honestly, or your advisor may not give you the requisite advisory. So for us as Unisa, even to you, the loved ones, registration is open. You are welcome. You've seen the beauty that is embodied in those that you've come here to accompany, and therefore we invite you to this journey of higher education. At Unisa, we've witnessed 23-year-olds graduating, equally 82 years graduating. This means education is important, that no one is ever too old to study. And at Unisa, we are proud that we embrace generations, multi-generational communities that want to study. And we're proud that we will accompany and support you no matter your background. We are also appreciative that we are concerned about students living with disabilities and therefore are investing in a student support center for students with disabilities so that no one is left behind in the pursuit of education, that no matter your height, no matter your geographic background, no matter your economic background, that you will have the opportunity to study and to do well. And we're proud to say, for our university, our credentials are not contested. our accreditations, and these certificates that you have are not just accredited in South Africa, they are also accredited globally. They're contested, they contest themselves among the best universities in the world because the Department of Higher Education, the Council on Higher Education, the Commonwealth of Learning, the American accreditation systems are the horizons that we expose our sciences to, so that when you leave this university with your certificate, you're proud. Once more, congratulations. We're proud of you. This is the time for applause, Mididietane, Mikholokwane, for yourselves. There's still an exit. I can take my certificates, you can go, because it's like you're not proud of them. Can we do it? Not your parents, yourselves, thanking these professors who are here to support you, but also thanking your loved ones. Can I hear the real ululations from our students who are graduating? So I'm very proud because with that you're saying to your loved ones, thank you for being with us in these graduations. Thank you for taking time to celebrate with us. Thank you for sending that money for airtime when I couldn't upload my assignment because I did not have data, even though Unisa gives me data. You know, thank you for praying with me. Thank you for praying with me when I was struggling with pedagogy, not understanding what Professor Makwe and her team were saying. Thank you very much. Colleagues, we're at the time when I'd like you to remind you that your certificates are not the only resources that are important for your future. My colleagues sitting here and at the university asked me to ask 3 or 4 questions to you as our graduates, not to the families. How many of you have been to all the provinces of South Africa? And not... We are asking our graduates, but I'm very proud that you've been through all of them. Yes, how many of you colleagues? So they say they saw you went and bought nails. I don't know why, because you have yours. Eh? They say that money for the nails, especially the ladies. The gentlemen, don't worry, I'm coming to the ties. That money of the nails, you have your own nails, grow your nails. That money for the nails, take a bus, take a train, take the flight, and try to understand the country. Because as a graduate of Unisa, you're one of the few who are lucky to hold a certificate from a university that is named after the country, the University of South Africa. Therefore, it's very important that you understand the country and represent as well. So please think about this. They say you can start this month and ensure that by December, you know all the provinces. You can pool cars, you can take a bus, you can create a collective trip. After all, you know each other. The second question they asked me, how many of you have passports? Not ID, not pass. Passports. How many of you have? So they say, yes, they understand you'll be celebrating Youth Day on Monday, on Tuesday, Home Affairs is open. So that you were going to pass by especially the percentage beverages, you can take so that you pay for the passport. Huh? Yes. How many of you have traveled to 2 or 3 countries in the Southern African region or the continent? Okay. So you're local, colleagues. Eh? Did you hear what I said before coming here? We said Unisa has 26 centers across the country. It also has campuses in Ethiopia, Eritrea presence in the United Kingdom, presence in the Americas. And Luna, you're just playing local. Your university has equipped you to be a global citizen. Please take advantage of the opportunities that we make. Read my Unisa. Some of these opportunities, we give them through scholarships, support of those who work hard, and we request you to take advantage of those. Finally, how many of you have been outside the African continent? So you see, it's only a few. They say, you can cut the party tonight and ask everybody to bring their own plate or own drinks and use the money to fly, at least create a competitive edge for the country. No country, colleagues, no country in the world, including the US or China or South America, Brazil, succeeds without its citizens knowing other countries and being able to relate with the international world. We expect it through you, as our students and graduates, that you be the international ambassadors, not only for Unisa, but for our country. This is LSO. This is what basic education should have equipped you with. But we will still catch up and patch where there hasn't been a balance. And therefore, consistently look at Unisa, look at opportunities that you can garner for yourself, become an e-tutor, contribute to those who do not have the ability to pay for their studies. There are many young people who have the talent but come from underprivilege. As a graduate of Unisa, we encourage you to be in solidarity, because solidarity is what builds society. That's why a majority have been assisted by DASAs or other sources. Finally, my colleagues say at www.unisa.ac.za, there is a foundation, website. Whether you contribute 10 rand, 20 rand, use it to ensure that they support others to accessing education. And now, colleagues, we've come to the beauty of the event, where we remind you that you're part of a circle of excellence. We wish you all the best. If you are a member of the circle of excellence, if you are an ambassador of Unisa, it means we expect the best that you're purposed to being. And please make sure that your personal mission becomes an important lever for moving forward, for contributing to society, and for doing the best that you are. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me request you to stand up so that we can sing the national anthem, the words of which are in page 25. May I request you, I'm not sure what's happening with our mic. May I request you to sing the national anthem with the dignity that those who fought for the liberation of this country, those who benefited from its liberation, those who are still agitating for us as a society to flourishing, would have requested that such an anthem becomes the embodiment of the aspirations and dreams that we have together. Thank you.
Sigelele
sorry. Unisa.